On this episode of Scottys Garage, we have a solution to our problem and we're going to go solve it right now. Hey guys, so yesterday we finished up in a pretty bad place. Nothing was fitting, it all looked pretty bad. The one shining light was the bell housing did in fact fit the C4, so that was great. So my plan today was actually to attack that C4. However, last night I put a message up on one of the US Fairmont groups asking if anyone had a K member, and it turns out some guy locally, like it's probably an hour or more away, but as local as it's going to get, has a tubular K member and A-arms. So we're going to swap out the A-arms, we're going to swap out the K member, and I'm getting them for like $400 US. So it's a bargain, like the K members like that alone. So yeah, I'm hoping I hope it's good and it's legit and everything, but we're about to hop in the car and go there right now to buy this stuff. So road trip. So yesterday it was road trips in the hot rod, out to get bolts, and we've even done one of those this morning. Well, now it's down to the city in the Nova with a 6-litre LS in it. Road trip in the Nova.
A few moments later.
So we just drove southeast for about 45 minutes to a place called Coon Rapids. Met up with a guy called Dan who had a second-hand tubular cross member for us, so K-frame cross member, whatever you can call it. So tubular cross member plus tubular A-arms. So we're doing a full upgrade on the front of the Fairmont. It's getting tubular front end all through it for $400, which is awesome, awesome. So we're just cruising back in the Nova now, back to the St. Cloud. And by the time we get back, Brian should have most of the K-frame stuff loosened off for us. And we'll get this thing in today. Hopefully get that Barra mounted up, and if it all works, then we're golden. We should make it. But this is kind of our make or break period. It is Sunday, so I've got to make some orders today. And we'll get some delivery, because they won't send it today, they'll send it tomorrow, but hopefully we'll get our deliveries in the next day or two. But, it was going to cost me between $400 or $500 straight for a tubular cross member anyway. So to get cross member and arms for $400, we're pretty happy with that. The Nova's purring along quite nicely. It's not getting hot. Does everything it needs to do. Probably the only problem's that whiny diff.
Yeah, whines a little bit.
Yeah, they will do that. All right, we'll be back at the workshop shortly, and let's see if we're gonna make it. So we're just coming back, and we saw this parked up on the side of the road. What do you reckon, Darren? She's a bit of a tragic, I think.
Yeah.
25K. Ooh.
Oh, check out the front signal lights. That's
wow.
style.
Oh, wow. My God. Wow. Yeah.
I think we'll leave it here.
Yeah. Not for me.
Yeah, not for me.
Not for you.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting.
So we can get this one for 25, or I can buy this one for 21. I think I'll take the Nova. What's it look like inside? Oh, high back buckets and yeah. Thanks, but no thanks. So Brian, while we've been away in the Nova picking up parts, you've been busy here. What have you got done?
I've loosened up the struts, all 8 of the securement points on the K-member. Brakes have been removed. All we've got to do is drop out the K-member and we're all ready to go.
And we're replacing the front calipers because one of the calipers had a bit of a clatter to it.
Yeah, all of the bushings were gone out of both sides.
Yeah.
Galled out.
So we're going to replace the caliper and the line, and then obviously we're going to redo the whole front end with this tubular setup on the ground that we've just picked up. Team Z, cross member and A-arms. And as the boys will just demonstrate,
Front hole? Front hole, yeah.
front hole, rear hole, doesn't really matter. It clears. The cross member clears, doesn't hit the sump. That's $400 well spent, I think. And then we've got tubular A-arms as well. Well, I've got to say, that is a load off my mind that we've solved our cross member problem. Yeah, well done, boys. We've solved the cross member problem. Well, it looks like it has. Let's get it in the car first. But we're going to end up with a whole tubular front end in this thing for not a lot of cash, which is great, you know, because, yeah, I thought we were going to have to spend big bucks fixing this problem. So, yeah, let's change this front end out, get the Barra in there, get it sitting in there, and that will put us in a much better place.
A few moments later.
So we're just pulling the front end of the Fairmont apart, but check out this coil spring. It's rusted through at the bottom. Like, wow. That's some Northern American roads for you. We're up here in where they salt the roads. And you can see that spring's so rusty that it actually rusted through the bottom of the spring. So we're just removing the rack from the factory cross member at the moment. But while this car's got no real rust in it, as in, you know, like holes and, you know, the chassis and the body is all quite good, all this suspension componentry is, yeah, it's covered in surface rust quite a bit from the salt on the roads up here, so all the bolts are tight, everything's a bit of a mess. I'm kind of glad actually now we've got that tubular front end to put in this thing, because it's all, well, we're going to lose a heap of weight off the front of this thing, and it'll all be nice newish stuff, not old 40-year-old rusty crusty stuff. So it's going to be before the better. So while Brian's inside raging against the machine, fighting the suspension bolts that are all rusted in there from the salty roads, I'm going to have a crack at this Transgo shift kit from Summit Racing. So, first job on the list, besides reading the instructions, which I've had a bit of a glance at, is you've got to identify what your actual transmission is, like which model C4 it is, because there's heaps of variations. So we've got to take the pan off, have a look at it, and we can work out if it's going to be kit A or kit B. So this isn't going to be a full how-to on how to do this because we're not going to have time in the video, but the instructions are very comprehensive. I mean, they come with pictures and everything. Okay. Let's see what we got here. I think this is a type B situation. Yep. So what we got is one's got a pin here, one doesn't, ours doesn't. So type B it is. Hopefully B means better. Right, so we just have to lift our valve body up out of the trans. Wow, it all just comes out one piece. Just make sure you don't lose. Well, that can't come out, but yeah, there's your shift position piston.
Well, with an extension on my extension, I was finally able to get them to break free. I just have one finger tight bolt left on the other side to get out. And we are good to go.
That is awesome. Brian's been battling this for a while. I've been trying to learn how to do a shift kit.
That's all we got left is this bolt over here, and we are done. Okay. I put it back in finger tight.
Oh yeah.
Now pressure on it, but it's ready to go. All right. Yep. I am going to. Come on in there. Come on in there, please. There we go. Come down. Ready? Right there. Right. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. Gotta be at least a half or a quarter of a weight.
That's what's going to replace it.
That looks like 8 tenths out of the time.
We've separated our valve body. Now I'm just giving this side a bit of a wipe before we pull it out and drill it. We've got to drill it in 2 spots. That's going to be fun. Okay, so I have modified all the things in the valve body. So now it is time to put it together and get it back in the box. And then Brian's pretty much got the cross member ready over there. Let's actually have a walk over that direction. Our new cross member is in the car. And so we should be able to sit the Barra in here very shortly.
How much room there is for extra thread. So we can jam something up there and find out pretty quick. Well, I stuck my finger up there that far before it, and it didn't touch anything, so.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Alright.
So we've done all our valve body stuff. Now just attaching it. Made sure I ordered a new filter kit, of course. Hello, pussycat. Pen is all clean. Right, now we're going to get our torque power bell housing onto the transmission. We're going to use like some Allen key bolts, which luckily the shop had. Whoops. Okay. I guess. Didn't know that's what you had. Okay. There you go. Cool. That ain't going anywhere.
Espiritu Santos! Coming up.
You have to go up.
Well, we have a Barra in our Fairmont. It's in the engine mounts proper now. Sitting in the engine mount, sitting in the trans mount, it fits. And fits quite nicely by the looks of things. It's going to be tight on the bonnet clearance at the front here, but I think it'll be fine. The headers work perfectly. In fact, I didn't really need to cut the headers at all. I think they would have fit perfectly as a BF Falcon header. And there's all the room in the world here for a turbo in the future. But what do you think, boys? It looks all right?
Looks all right, yeah. It might be tight for the brakes.
Yeah. I think the brake, we're not going to have booster brakes. We're going to have manual brakes. And these guys, absolute legends. Darren drove me all over the universe to pick up this Team Z K-frame this morning. And it's been a game changer for us. We couldn't have done it without it, could we? No. And then Brian, man, he's just putting in the hard yards today. Like it was fighting us, all those rusty bolts. I was over there doing the shift kit, which is a fiddly little job, but not a nasty, dirty job like Brian was doing, and just awesome work. So thanks, guys.
Brian does all the dirty work.
Yes.
I didn't have to add any fire to make them liquid or Sawzall to get them out of there. So
Yeah, didn't have to melt anything, so that is always a win. All right, well, we've still got a long way to go. Engine is actually going to have to come out again. We've got a converter we're going to have to order. There's so much things. In fact, there's no flex plate on the back of the motor right now. So, yeah, there's still lots to do, lots of wiring to do, brakes, all that sort of stuff. There's so much to do, and I think we've got about 4 days maybe. Yeah, we don't have a lot of time, but I'm pretty confident we can make it. We have most of the parts, and what parts we don't have, we will order tonight and get them on the way. And you'll see all that on future episodes of Scotty's Garage.